Welcome to Tapped In. My name is David Figueroa-Martinez, and today we're going to be discussing why your best doesn't always look the same. I think that sometimes we look at applying ourselves to be like a static bar or a bare minimum, and we think that we're failing either our training partners or ourselves if the effort we put in isn't always that level. And I had a training partner recently. He was tired. I could tell he was tired. It was towards the end of open mat, and we had a round together. And I personally enjoy roll. I enjoy rolling in general, but I enjoy rolling with this gentleman specifically because he's a little bit bigger and he's stronger. He's a new black belt, and he understands pressure and passing a certain way that kind of tests me. So I thoroughly enjoy rolling with him. And I could tell he was exhausted. It was towards the end of the open mat, and he immediately apologized and was like, "Bro, I'm tired, just so you know." I'm like, "Good. We can just flow. I'm good." And we went through the round, and I could tell he wasn't his normal self. It did not dawn on me to feel a certain way about it. It did not dawn on me to feel like he wasn't giving me adequate responses or training. We are all exhausted from time to time. Sometimes we go against somebody who just wore us out the previous round or earlier in that day. I'm fine. I get it. And when we were done, he again apologized for it. And I said, "Do not apologize. We're good." And my thing is this: the fact that you were willing to say, yes, hey, I'll roll, even in exhaustion, I take it as a great service to me or a favor to me that even in that state, you were willing to roll with me, knowing that I am not an easy roll. And by easy roll, I mean, I'm not a white or blue belt that you can just manhandle. It's going to be a tough round. And I didn't take it as anything. Like, I didn't feel like he robbed me of my experiences rolling. No, I love rolling with the guys, so I'm happy. Even if it's a lesser, maybe there's going to be moments where I come in and I'm tired from work. I'm working a lot, or I didn't sleep adequately. I try to give the best I can, but it's not always going to look the same. And I think that sometimes we beat ourselves up over the idea that we didn't give it, quote unquote, our all. Our all is going to look different. It's never going to be a line across the board of every day. There's going to be times when I come in to roll and I might be favoring an injury. I may have slept like dog shit the night before. I may be stressed from work. I might be having issues family-wise. And my outlet is to go train jiu-jitsu so I can take my mind off of it. I'm going to do the best that I can, but the best isn't always going to look the same. There's going to be times where you're going to find that I'm super defensive and I'm not playing all that offense in it. Those are days that I'm probably exhausted or tired or favoring something. And there's going to be times where you're going to roll with me and it's like I ate the Pac-Man pellets or whatever it might be, and I'm just on it. But that round isn't always going to look the same. Sometimes you're going to be on and I'm going to be off. Sometimes you're going to be so high on confidence and I might be second guessing myself because of something that occurred in the round before or something that I'm trying to play with or whatever it might be. That context really does matter. We're not going to be the same every round. We're not going to be the same every day or every week. The fact that we're training is a huge plus. And don't get yourselves down about how you interacted or the quote unquote effort level that you provided. The fact that you're on the mats is huge. I think that sometimes just understanding that goes a long way for yourself specifically, not anyone else. Oftentimes, I don't even bat an eye at your effort level. I could tell when someone's tired and they're giving it their all, but it's just not quite there. I could tell. I don't judge them for anything. I just it's a mental note. It's like, he was tired today. Or he's just not mentally there today. Perfectly fine. So then I shift my own training so it kind of matches yours and we can both enjoy the experience. And I'm not trying to make you feel worse or kill you in this battle. We're trying to learn, even at the state that you're at, because sometimes I'm going to be there and I need to do the same thing. In those moments where you feel like you're coming in and you're not quite there, pride yourself on the fact that you came and that's the effort, not the outcome. There's times when we come in and we know we're not at our normal peak or our normal levels of energy or application or even mental fortitude. Accept that that was an off day for you. Accept that your level of whether this is a productive day is just you put in the effort to come. Don't put anything else on. Don't, hey, I got submitted 4 times. Hey, I didn't get any submissions. Kept getting swept. Put that off to the side. Commend yourself for coming when you know you didn't want to or you knew that you weren't going to quite be there. There's something to that as a success as well, that you knew you weren't quite there and that the rounds were going to be really hard for you. You're probably stressed out from work or life or whatever, but this is your hobby and this is the thing that you use to kind of cope a little bit. I'm just going to eat that today and pat myself on the back that I came in knowing I was going to have to eat that, knowing that I was going to get smashed today because my energy levels just cannot keep up. But I came anyway. That's something that should be applauded. That's something that you should get credit for, because there's nothing worse, absolutely nothing worse than stepping into a room that you know either there's a giant skill gap or you're not up to the energy levels and you're going to get smashed. You know it. You know today's going to be a rough day for me. But I showed up anyway. That should be applauded. It's easy to show up when you think that I'm on. I slept well, I ate well, I'm feeling good today, I'm feeling healthy, I'm about to smash some people. That's easy to show up for. But that student who comes in and just isn't there, and they know it's not there, and I came anyway. We should applaud that. We should commend that. You should be looking at everything from in those moments to redefining what you're going to view as successful. Sometimes when I'm in those moments, the only thing that I will write down as a goal is survive. And that survival is maybe I didn't let someone pass. Maybe I didn't let someone get into their A+ game territory. Maybe I withheld a sweep. Maybe I didn't allow them to submit me. But that shifts. And it also shifts from person to person. I might roll with someone who's on the newer side, and my goal is I'm going to play off my back. However it may go, it goes. And then there's going to be other people where I'm like, this guy threatens or this woman threatens with north-south, chokes. My goal then is to not let them get to the north-south. I could get finished any other way during that roll. But my specific goal was don't let them get to north-south and then submit you from there. That's a win for me. I may have gotten submitted some other way, but it's a win. So shifting how I view what success is for that day or that time, that period, really does help me when I have to show up to the gym and I'm just not there. And I really want students to embrace those days. They're not fun because you're going to be on the receiving end of quite a bit. They're not fun because you're not going to be hitting the things that you really want to be hitting, the submission, the sweep, the whatever. But they're formative in that you get to see something about yourself. You get to see where along the spectrum do you sort of start to fall apart. And if I'm reaching a point where I mentally sort of give up during those hard days, okay, what do I need to do a little different here? I know that I'm not coming in here 100% mentally in it. But what can I do to kind of improve this a little bit? What can I do to make myself accept that the things are going to go badly, but I mentally will not collapse? And there's a difference between getting submitted and accepting bad positions because you're exhausted or accepting bad positions because you're having a hard time. Those are two different things. And there's times when I roll with someone who I know is exhausted, but they're fighting. They're fending me off. They're framing. They're doing the things that they should be doing. And it allows their game to really flourish because they are mentally into it, even though it's not a great day. Then there's people that you'll be rolling with them and you can feel when they sort of just give in and accept that the round is going to shit and we're just going to accept that it's shit. So then they let you pass. They don't frame right. They don't really escape the positions all that well. Technically, they've accepted that the round is going to be a loss. Those are little mental games that you're going to play with yourself at your lowest points when you show up and you're just not there, because then you can understand what it might feel like when you're in a competition and things aren't going well. Just 30 seconds on the clock, you're down by 2 or down by 1 or whatever it might be. What am I going to do here? Yes, the round, I may lose the round, but am I going to put up a good fight that I can be proud of, even in my handicapped state? Also, think about all of this as in terms of longevity. You are not playing for specifically today. You're playing 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. So when you come in and you're not quite there yet, just accept that it's a low point in that training, in that marathon that is jiu-jitsu, and it doesn't say anything about you specifically. You had a bad day today. Don't harp on the bad day. Don't give it too much power. Try to learn from it, see what you could be doing maybe a little differently, but don't accept it as almost identity. The bad day, the bad week, bad even month. In the bigger scope of things, when you get to black belt and you've been training 10, 15, 20, 30 years, you don't even remember that day, that specific day. You'll remember days where things were difficult. You'll remember days where things were off and things weren't clicking for you. But you won't remember that specific day. So understand to view things in longevity mindset. You're going to have days where you're just off. You're going to have days where you're just, things aren't clicking, and it's okay. Accept it. Let it sit there for a bit. Embrace it. Let it feel it. And then the next time you come around, try to wash that to the side and focus on what's going to happen today. Longevity is key here. You're not running sprints. You're not running quick races. This is legitimately a marathon that is going to test your physical and mental approaches. It's going to test who you think you are. There's going to be moments where you're going to doubt yourself quite a bit. I have done it throughout my career. But when you get to that black belt, it doesn't necessarily stop, because you still have moments of doubt. But you're far more sure of yourself because you went through all these other bad moments. So if you have any questions, or if you have any doubts, if you're having moments where you're feeling like things aren't quite pulling together, you need some help, you need some guidance, maybe some questions asked, please reach out to me. You can DM me at dfm.2099, send me a message. You can work with me at dfmcoaching.com. If you are looking for a positive community, look me up at DFM Coaching BHF DFM Coaching BJJ on the school website. I have audio courses. I have some recorded workshops. I really want this to be a spot where people feel comfortable asking questions and building a community with other people, like-minded people, positive people. I want no arguing, no negativity. I want this to be a spot where people can really enrich themselves and get better at jiu-jitsu. It is free for the time being. At some point, I will start charging people that get added in. Everyone will be grandfathered in who comes in free. If you're interested, the link is in the bio. Thank you so much.